Hello everyone. If you're someone who is juggling between many responsibilities at your work, for your studies, at home, and you want to give your best everywhere, but still maintain your mental peace and sanity, then this video is just for you. Over the past few years, there is one thing that I have realized. If I want to achieve my goals, then instead of looking at the bigger transformation, it's better if I concentrate at some tiny habits which I can do on a daily basis, which is not very time consuming, can easily fit into my busy schedule and yet gives me the results that I want. And in today's video, I'm going to share all of those tiny habits which has been helping me a lot over the past few years. And the best thing about this is, as I said, that it's very easy to include in your daily lifestyle, no matter how busy you are. It is these tiny habits that leads to those bigger transformation. Now, before you dismiss this off as yet another habit building or productivity video, let me stop you right there, because these are some of the habits which at least I haven't seen on any other channel so far, and also this is something which has been working well for me. So I would highly urge you to stay till the very end, see what I have to share, try it out in your daily lifestyle, and let me know how it's working out for you. But before we get started, hello everyone. I'm Pavni and I make videos on tech, mindfulness, productivity and career. So in case this is something that interests you, then subscribe to my channel and also like and share the video. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me start off by one of the most effective habits that's been working well for me, the 5-minute reset. So after every work day, I take out about some 5 to 15 minutes of time. In case there are any tasks that I need to complete the next day on priority, I go ahead, enter those tasks on my to-do list. And also, if there are any activities that I want to focus on the next day, then I write it down on my notebook. So having things set for the next day or for the next few days in the form of your to-do list or notes really helps me in order to clear off my mind. The other thing that I have observed is many a times consuming lots of information on our phone or TV, etc. It need not be just restricted to social media. It can be also related to news or any kind of other information, right? So whenever there is an overload of information, then it really affects our mental health. So it's very important that we pause from time to time and understand if whatever information that we are consuming at the moment, is it really important to us? Is it adding any value? Or are there any other tasks or any other activities wherein I can spend my time? For example, say that I'm just done with my work. Previously, I had this very bad habit that I would say, okay, fine, I'm done with my work day. Let me relax for some time, and then I would just take out my phone, and without even realizing, those 10 minutes would convert into 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so on, and I wouldn't even realize that when it's been an hour since I have been just scrolling over the phone, But right now, what I'm doing is, after say some 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I pause and understand, okay, am I consuming some information that is actually adding value to me? Also, are there other things that I need to do, like maybe reading a book, doing some activity, playing some games with my child, or other household chores that needs to be taken care of? So, pausing whenever we are consuming any information over tech, it is very important that we take a pause and understand if this is really required now or not. And that really helps a lot when we do that mindless, endless scrolling. The next habit that I'm going to talk about is about the mental dump that I do. So I just take out some 5 to 10 minutes of time every night, and whatever it is, say many times there are many things that keeps bothering us, right? So instead of keeping everything over here, I prefer to write it down in a book. Now this habit is something which takes about some 30 minutes of time, but then I do this on a weekly basis, so I don't really mind it. So I'm talking about the weekly review routine that I have, which I follow every Friday evening. So generally what I do in this weekly review routine is that I would have set some goals for myself on a monthly as well as weekly basis, right? Say it can be researching for some YouTube video, or else shooting for a YouTube video, or else preparing for some certification, so on and so forth. So every Friday, I would like to sit down and go through the goals that I had set for myself in that week, see if I was able to complete those goals or not, and what has worked well for me, what did not work well for me, what are the challenges that I faced. So this way I do a quick review of the week that has passed by, and as per that review, I set the goals for the upcoming week. So there are two things that is happening here. First of all, it is helping me to do a retrospection of the week that has just gone by, and also helping me to prepare for the upcoming week. Now, these kind of retrospection and preparation really helps me a lot personally, because I feel that when what I need to do in the next week, if I have planned for that, if I have done all the preparations, I have scheduled the tasks, made the entries on my to-do list, so on and so forth, and if I'm prepared well, then it gives me some good clarity, and it's easier for me to achieve those goals. Let me know if you would like to have a detailed video on this weekly routine, and I will make one for you. But this routine is really helping me a lot to stay focused and on track to achieve my goals. Now let's talk about some smart habits which is helping me with my focus time. Tell me if you can relate with this. When we start our work at 8 o'clock, there are so many meetings, there are so many tasks, etc. that we do. But when we think, oh my God, we should work until 5 or 6 in the evening, it just feels such a humongous task already, right? And many a times it is very easy to lose focus in between as well. Like for example, you're working on some task, you're preparing some document or whatever it is, and then suddenly you receive a notification on your mobile phone, you receive some message or something, or some call or something, and you get distracted. I'm not sure about you, but this has happened to me many a times. So what I'm trying to say is that it is a bit difficult to stay focused when you are thinking about many things. So there is this one technique which has really helped me to stay focused. It is very famous. I have not invented it. It is a very famous technique called as the Pomodoro technique. So instead of thinking about the work that I need to do from say 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, I instead think that, okay, fine, it is now 9 o'clock. Let me try to complete off these tasks by say 9:30 or 9:40. So I think only about the next 30 or 40 minutes. And since I'm thinking about a small chunk of time, it is easier for me to stay focused and complete those tasks that I have planned for the 30-40 minutes. And after 40 minutes, I take a quick water break or coffee break, something like that for some 5 to 10 minutes, and then come back again. So in this Pomodoro technique, what we are doing is that instead of looking at the work as an entirely big session, we are actually dividing it into smaller sessions, say for 30 or 40 or 50 minutes. And after each session, you allow yourself a break of say some 5 or 10 minutes and then again continue. Of course, this is not very valid when your whole day is filled with meetings, but I do have some days wherein my day is not completely booked with meetings. So on those days when I need to focus on my task and activities, I like to divide my working sessions in these smaller chunks, and it's working brilliantly. While we are working in these sessions of 30 minutes or 40 minutes, if you are in a very noisy place, it's very easy it's very common, right, that when you're working at office, then it can be a bit noisy. So in order to keep myself focused, I like to play some light music on my laptop. I do not use any app externally for this. I make use of YouTube. I just search for some silent music and I just play it in the background, and that's really helping me a lot to stay focused during my working sessions. Now the next thing is the default setup that I have on my laptop. So whenever we start our working day, the first thing that we would want to see is our calendars, some documentations, our to-do lists, so on and so forth, right? So there are few such tabs that we want to see every single day when we are starting our work. So what I do is that I have saved all of them in one folder in my bookmark section. So whenever I'm starting my day, I just open up that section, all of the tabs that I need to get started. So I easily go through all of that and then get started with my day. But there is a new Chrome extension that I discovered very recently, which I feel is smarter than having a folder on our bookmark section. And if you're curious to know what it is, then subscribe to my channel and also stay tuned, because I'm dropping that Chrome extension in the form of a short this Tuesday. You definitely don't want to miss that out, so stay tuned for it. The other thing that you would find on my work desk is a sticky note. You recall that many companies have a vision and a mission, and similarly in sprints it's very common to define that what is your sprint goal and so on. Now why is it helpful? Because many a times it is very easy that you get distracted and you do things which is not in alignment with your goals, your vision and mission, right? So I do the same thing for my personal goals as well. I feel that writing down few things and having it right in front of me on my laptop really helps me to stay focused. This one is easier said than done, because I'm still struggling with this habit. But I think I'm making good progress with it, and I'm talking about strictly no screen time after 9 in the night. The one big advantage that I'm seeing is that if I'm not using tech after 9 in the night, then what do? I either read a book, I do some coloring, or else I do some things at home. There are other things wherein I am spending my time which does not involve tech. And needless to say, it also helps in improving the quality of sleep. But let me be honest, it is not happening on an everyday basis, because sometimes there are some deadlines that you need to meet. Sometimes there might be some work that you need to take care of even after 9 or 10 in the night. So honestly, it doesn't happen on an everyday basis, but I'm truly making a conscious effort to not have any tech or screen time after 9 o'clock. And I see a huge difference on the days wherein I stick to this habit. On the days when I'm working from home, I like to have a transition period. When we are working from home, it is so easy to blur out those lines between your personal as well as professional life. And I observed that this was a very big problem during the COVID time that I had. It was so difficult to make the differentiation between the work time as well as my personal time. So I started doing something called as the transition period. For example, after my work day, maybe I would play some music for some 10 minutes, or else go out for a little walk for some 10 minutes, or just read a book. I do something which is not related to home or not related to work, something that is just for me to relax and unwind from the day, and it has really helped me a lot. First of all, it helps you to relax and unwind from your busy work day, and also it helps in the transition between your work life and your personal life. Now, there are a few other things that you would find near my work desk. It is my multivitamins and also my water bottle, because I like to have these kind of cues right in front of me. It is so easy for me to forget taking it is so easy for me to forget taking multivitamins, or else to have water regularly in between, especially whenever your work days are filled with meeting. So in case I have these tablets or a big bottle of water in front of me, then it's easier for me. So having such kind of visual cues, be in the form of your goals written on a sticky note, or else your tablets right in front of you, or else your water in front of you, then I feel that it really helps in habit anchoring. It's at least working well for me. So in case this is something you also would want to try out, then I would love to hear if it has worked for you or not. Now, the last And the most important one, I had this habit that in case anyone has sent me an email or in case anyone had sent me a message, then I had to reply them immediately. And if I did not reply, then I would feel, oh my god, maybe it is very rude. I used to disregard my focus time. I used to disregard whatever work that I was doing, and in between, I would pick up the phone, or in between, I would go ahead and reply to that email or message. But slowly I realized that maybe this is not a very good habit, because it is affecting the work that I am doing at that point of time, and also it is affecting the focus time that I have set for myself. So now it is still a habit in progress, I would say, but I am making a conscious effort that in case I am in between my focus time or in case I am in between some work, then I do not pause it. It is okay to give a delayed response in case it's not an important or high priority email. But it is okay to give delayed responses. Certainly not 2 to 3 days after, but some kind of delay is still alright, I feel. So these were some of the tiny habits that I have been following from the past few years, and it has been helping me a lot. I would love to hear from you all that which one did you like the most, and in case you have any more habits that you would want to share with me, I would love to hear about that in the comment section below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If then, please do like, comment and share the video, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you all very soon with a new video. Until then, take very good care of yourselves. Bye.